Good morning. My name is Lady O, and I decided I wanted to just do a blog for women because I feel like we need a forum where we can really come and talk and be honest and open and share our experiences, our hurts, our pains, to encourage one another, to support one another. So I've been stirring this in my mind and my spirit for a while. So I just decided that, and I do believe in this, things just don't come to you just to come to you. Things come to you for you to either act on them, to evaluate, to move. It just depends on what the thing is. So I know some of you are probably saying she's blogging or she's videoing while she's driving. I'm on my way to pick up my kids from summer school. But I want to talk about something very quickly, a few things. Now on this blog, I want us to talk, like I said, relate. I even want us to learn from each other. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. I just want to be transparent and just want to be relatable. A lot of times we can't relate to people. And I'm a person that I believe that we should be able to relate to someone in some kind of way, or somebody on this blog, or when we communicate with each other, to be able to relate to somebody's situation. Why? Because they're going through the same thing, and we can encourage that sister or that mother, that daughter to hold on, don't give up. And we can express what's on our mind. But in the meantime of saying that, I also want to say I'm big on respect. This blog it's not about bashing one another. It's not about talking with one another. I want everybody to have an open mind to be able to express how they feel about one another. I'm sure there are going to be some topics that we probably will discuss, or I will bring up, and you will feel some type of way or have an emotional stirring. But in the midst of all that, I'm still asking you to please be respectful of each other's feelings and what each other have to say. That goes for me first. Now that I've said that, let's talk about a topic today. My topic today is loving yourself. So you might say, what is loving yourself? Well, loving yourself is not doing anything that's harmful to you, not allowing people to abuse you when you know that they're abusing you, not putting yourself in situations that you know that probably is going to cause some type of hindrance in hindering your progress, hindering your growth. We're just like trees. First we're being planted, and then over the years we grow, we mature, we blossom. So we want to get to the end of the road and say that we blossom. So when you love yourself, that doesn't necessarily mean that you hold yourself to the highest regard, but it seems you see yourself fully and honestly. You take care of yourself. You heal yourself from past. You address your present, and you take all the action needed to make you a better you, a better person. You're able to love others. A lot of times we cannot love ourselves. A lot of times we don't love ourselves. So therefore, when we're in relationship with others, we are having a difficulty getting along, communicating, understanding the other person, when all the while in the camera or in the mirror, it's you. You're the one that has the problem. You don't want to face your fears. You don't want to face your past. And a lot of us are being held back by a past. I'm number one. I had to go through that process, and trust me, it was not good. It wasn't a bed of roses, and I didn't smile every day. But what kept me going is that I didn't want to feel like that every day. I didn't want to be depressed, and I didn't want to be oppressed. I look at people, and I'm seeing people smile and they're whole and they're having a good time. I'm saying to myself, what is wrong with me? Well, what was wrong with me is I was lying to myself. I wasn't being truthful. I wouldn't say that I had a problem. I was, suppressing all those years of bad feelings and things that had happened to me. And I refused to admit that there is a problem. There is a problem. In loving yourself, you have to, honesty is the best policy. And though when you address your past, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna feel emotions. But one thing I'm gonna say is that when you start addressing your past, have a support system. Have somebody or somebodies or someone that you can go to and say, hey, this happened to me. Now, don't go to everybody. Now, go to somebody that you can trust, because everybody can't handle what you have to say. Everybody can't handle the situations that you've endured. So you need to make sure the person that you go to holds your information in the highest level of confidence. They're not going to repeat it. I don't care if it's your mom, your sister, your dad, your pastor, your best friend, whomever it may be. Just make sure you have that support system, because when you start dealing with issues, trust me, you're gonna need somebody to talk to and bounce off of, or you're gonna need somebody just to be there to hold your hand, or just to give you a hug, or just to say that I love you. And those 3 words mean so much to people. Just to say that I love you, just to say I'm rooting for you, just to say I'm in your corner, or I got your back, your front, your side, I got all your sides. So I just want to encourage women today to start the process of healing and becoming whole. We all need that. We all need that. Now, let's just say this. The process to becoming whole, you're going to see some imperfections. Guess why? Because we are human beings. We're not perfect. There's nothing perfect about us. But we can strive towards perfection, whatever that perfection in your life is. We all have a vision or a perception of how we want our lives to be. Then we need to move towards those things. But if there are roadblocks, footholds, strongholds that's holding us down and stopping us from moving forward, then we need to sit back, take evaluation, and say, you know what? It's time for me to be the real me. It's time for me to be the person that God has called me to be. It's time for me to be and do the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing. Stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses. Look myself in the mirror and say, okay, where do I start? A lot of times we don't even know where to start. We got to get a plan. We got to map it out a little bit. And yes, we know that the universe, God holds all things and has full control. But we have to do the work. We have to start the process of becoming healed and whole. You know, people go around all the time looking for love in all the wrong places. And a lot of times, myself, I'm talking about me first. I found myself to be looking for love in all the wrong places, finding love, falling in relationship with men that I thought loved me. Women, how many of us haven't done that? Some of us are in that spot right now where we just feel like, I can't go on, or I just can't leave him alone, and he all I have. But honey, let me tell you something. He's not all that you have. You are the one that makes your life. And we have to take responsibility for our decisions. We have to take responsibility for our actions. And in doing so, I got into a relationship one time, and I said, I just love him. I just gotta have him. And he was the worst thing for me. But because of the lack of love from not having a father in my home, not looking for love in other men, the lack of searching, feeling abandoned and rejected, we find ourselves latching on to things, places, and things. And that's one thing about me. Being in bondage is not a good feeling. Being enslaved and in bondage to a person, place, or thing, it's just not a good thing. So with that being said, we're going to start with self-love. And we're going to talk about what self-love is, what it looks like, and how to get there. It's good to talk about a topic and blog about it and write about it. But if you don't give any instruction on how to get there and what it looks like and what it should be, then the purpose of you writing in your blog is pointless. So on this blog, I want us to share our experiences, help our sisters out, encourage one another, lift each other up in prayer, because I'm pretty sure people are going to be saying, can you pray for me? This is a blog. We will pray. We will pray and we will discuss. we will do those things because that's who I am. My heart's desire is to really help someone and to really encourage someone about being whole. And the process for me being whole has not been easy. I'm 43 years old and it's taken me some years because I walked in a place of denial. I refused to address my past. So therefore, I was held hostage. I couldn't grow. I began to look through dirty glasses. Now, these glasses on that I have on today, ladies, they clear. I can see clearly today. Just putting a little sense of humor out there. Not trying to be so hard and so rough and so, you know, it's a beautiful thing when you start to walk in the process of healing. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to heal yourself. It's just that you are aware that you need to be healed and be delivered. There's one thing to have healing, and deliverance is a total whole nother piece of the puzzle. That's the place that you just want to rest in. That's a place of joy. That's a place of peace. That's a place of, oh my God, why didn't I work to get here sooner? Wholeness. Just being delivered from fornication, alcohol, drugs, negative mindset. Just being delivered from so many things. And on this blog, we're going to talk about a lot of things. I've been a lot of places. I've experienced a lot of things as a young woman and as a black woman, just as a woman in whole, as a whole. So I look forward to meeting you ladies. I look forward to our time of communication, our time of bonding, our time of sharing and lifting and loving one another and lifting one another up. Because in the world that we live in today, we need a whole lot of love and a whole lot of less of hating. People are going through. You don't know what people are dealing with. And I just am very careful what I say to people, because one word can cause somebody to commit suicide. One word can just tip that person over the edge. So when you meet somebody in a daily basis, say something positive. Even if you don't like something that they have on, that's irrelevant. You know, people are really dealing out here. People are losing their lives. This world is just a world. It's a beautiful world, but people can make it such an ugly place to live. So make it your point today is to smile at somebody. You know, grin, smile, say, hey, how you doing? You know, there's somebody walking around who may have, a person may not even have anybody to say anything to them. There was this teacher that told me this the other day. She said she was in this school and she would speak to this young lady every day. And she said, she told the young lady when she graduated, the young lady came to her and said, you know what? I am so glad that you were here in this school, because I don't think I would have made it had you not said hello to me every day. So that one hello every day made her feel like she was somebody, that she was significant, that somebody cared. So obviously she was walking around in life not feeling like nothing. So let's encourage somebody today. Let's lift somebody up today. Let's say something positive. You know, because when we say something positive and we do good things, we feel good about ourselves. I feel good about starting this blog. At first, I was nervous and I was scared, but I'm just excited about all the people I'm going to meet, all the, you know, women I'm going to come in contact on this blog. I'm going to learn a whole lot. You know, I'm going to be supporting my sisters. So guess what? I'm just excited. I'm just overwhelmed. My heart is just got so much joy. I'm just excited. I'm excited, ladies, to meet you, to greet you, to learn from you, to uplift and support you. So Lady O, that's what I'm here for, and I'm signing out. I got to go get my boys for out of school. That's why I just finally arrived at the school. So I'm just taking this couple of minutes just to encourage, to uplift. And like I said, smile. Somebody needs your smile today. Say something positive. We are here for one another. That's what we were put here for. People need people. We are not on an island by ourselves. So if one of your coworkers or somebody is having a bad day, Just tell them, be encouraged. Sometimes it's just one sentence can make a world of difference. I know. And I know many of you know. So, Lady O, I'm signing off. Love you guys.